How's it going, guys? The Marvelous Collector here, and today I'm doing my two-part video over Captain America: The Civil War. There's so many Funko Pops in this collection, it's hard to get the complete collection for this. It is going to be two parts, so I will break it down by team. So first team is going to be Captain America. So I'm going to try not to do any spoilers. Most of the spoilers will come from who's on what scene. Most people already know that anyway. So without further ado, let's go on with our first Funko Pop. It's going to be 125 Captain America. Let's see. Now this was a fantastic movie. If you haven't seen it yet, you're missing out. Now I will say it seemed more like a Avengers movie with all the characters in it than a Captain America movie. But nonetheless, it was a fantastic movie. And first up is the Captain America. Nice and bobbly. Pretty good paint job on this one. His shield is on the back, which I think is pretty cool. So that is our 125 Cap. Now I have the GameStop exclusive Captain America, which is in a fighting pose. I do like the fighting pose Funkos a lot better. So let's go ahead and take him out of the box. And they started adding the Marvel Collector Corps backs in most of these new Funko Pops, which pretty good advertisement. I will get in my first Collector Corps next month for the month of June, the Women of Marvel. So that one will be interesting. Leave in your comments below who you would like to see. I personally would like to see a red She-Hulk. There's a lot of people who like to see a Spider-Gwen, but there's a lot of Spider-Gwens coming out. So they have the masked, the unmasked, or I think they have two unmasked Spider-Gwens. So I'd like to see something we haven't seen yet. Maybe a flocked Squirrel Girl. So let me know in the comments below what y'all would like to see. Alright, so here's Captain America, still 120, or no, actually he's 137 for the exclusive. And this is the GameStop exclusive. So he's kneeling down, he's got his fist out ready to fight, and he's got his shield going. So, a little cool looking version of Cap. Now he won't be the only fighting pose Cap I have. However, realizing Iron Man's team on this Funko collection is really small, so I will be adding both of my 2-packs into the next video, and that'll have Captain America and Iron Man. So stay tuned for that video. It'll be coming out the same day as this one. Alright, so next up on our list, and I will be going in order from the back depending on the teams. So with that being said, the next one is the Hot Topic exclusive Falcon. Now it's kind of disappointing. When I first heard that there was a Hot Topic exclusive, I was like, cool, I can have two variants of the Falcon. However, that's not the case. The only way to get the Falcon for this set is a Hot Topic exclusive. Sometimes it's hard to find exclusives in Hot Topic. Around my area anyway, we got a lot of people showing up really early in the morning buying all the exclusives and making it harder for us to find. So that's all part of the hunt. Alright, so they'll take the Falcon out. Now he does have a stand, which I think is pretty cool, so I will go ahead and put that in. And he is Marvel, so he will be a bobblehead. Alright. I do like the detail in this though. They did a very fantastically well done detail. Even the Falcon wings look nice. So that is the Falcon, and he is 127. Alright, so up next, going in order, we have good old Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier. Now, this one could have been nice as exclusive. I could swear he had facial hair in the movie, so he doesn't have any on the Funko Pop, which is kind of, I don't know, might have dropped the ball on that, didn't pay attention, or they made the Funko Pops before the movie, which also makes sense, but I'm pretty sure in the commercials too, he had facial hair. So, here we go. Got good old Bucky Barnes. Silver arm. He did play a very crucial role in this movie, which is nice. I didn't think he'd be in the movie that long, but he was in the movie for quite a while, pretty much the entire film, which was good. And it would have been pretty cool to have a Winter Soldier Funko and a Bucky Barnes Funko. So it was kind of weird how they did the variants on this set, I would have to say. Alright, so next up we have Agent 13, which is a relative to Miss Peggy Carter. So there she is. Now, might be a little bit of a spoiler, but she did not play a very crucial role in this movie, nor did she ever refer to herself as Agent 13, which was kind of a disappointment. She does have a little glass stand on the bottom too, so they did do pretty good detail on her too. I just didn't see her on there enough to warrant her getting her own Funko. And she got a little sticks. All in all, not too bad. She's in an action pose, which is nice. I just would have liked to see more of her. With her having her own Funko, I thought she'd have a, more crucial role in this movie, but she did not. So that was a bit disappointing. Alright, with Agent 13 out of the way, I would like to throw in a Funko Pop that is not part of the Civil War set, and that is Miss Peggy Carter, or Agent Carter. The reason I'm throwing her in is because most people think of this as a Avengers movie. However, it is a Captain America movie, so Peggy Carter making a appearance in this movie is pretty much of a no-brainer. I mean, his first love, she was in the last movie, she was in the first movie, so without that, part in the movie, it'd kind of be missing a part, like what happened to Peggy. So I'm gonna go ahead and open her up. This one is a Hot Topic exclusive. I do not have the normal Peggy Carter. I can go get that anytime though. I did see this at Hot Topic, and I figured it'd be a good add-on for this movie because I've seen the movie and she makes an appearance in it, so she is part of it. Now she does have a stand too. I'm not going to put it on, it'll take too much time. It's just a little stand, but there she is. Now if you don't watch the TV show, you're not going to know what's in her hand, but it's from one of the first episodes, and it's pretty much just a high explosive, very, very deadly. The paint could have been a little bit better. They did mess up a lot, and I noticed it was pretty common. I think this is the best paint one I could find. Hot Topic actually had a lot of exclusives of these left, so I spent probably a good 5-10 minutes looking at all the paint of all the different characters, and she was the best one, so I was kind of disappointed. I don't know what they were doing paint-wise, or if they're just getting better at paint and I'm not noticing it because I'm not looking at the older ones anymore. But yeah, so that is Miss Peggy Carter. Alright, so back to the Civil War set. The next one we're going to have is Scarlet Witch, which she was quite a badass in this movie. I did like that she took down Vision, which isn't a spoiler because y'all seen it in the commercials. So her and Vision matching up, that was a pretty good match. So let's go ahead and take her out. And she has a glass stand too, and it's already on, so I don't have to worry about that. All in all, I mean, a decent pop. Still disappointed that they didn't have any red coming out of her hands, or, you know, it's kind of like an action pose, but not really. I mean, there's no power coming out of her hands, so they kind of dropped the ball on that. I think they could have done a lot better routes with Scarlet Witch. She would have been cool to see a variant of, or an exclusive of, just because it seemed like on this set there was only a few exclusives and they were all the same character. Not understanding why that is, but sales are sales because I bought them all. And I thought I had almost the whole set. I'm missing the Walgreens exclusive Black Panther, the unmasked one. But it looks like they're still rolling out with new and improved Civil War Funkos. So it's ever growing. So it's getting hard to figure it all out. I know they're coming out with a 2-pack with Spider-Man. That is nice to see because there is no Spider-Man in the Civil War set. So I thought that was confusing because he played quite a big role in this movie. So I was kind of disappointed not to have a Spider-Man Funko, and I was going to buy one. However, Spider-Man must be a big thing around where I am because he is sold out all the time. Couldn't find any kind of variant of Spider-Man. So I am on the hunt for Spider-Man, and I will add him into my collection. However, I will be working on getting the 2-pop figure with the mini pop with Spider-Man in it to complete that set. Now they also have a 4-pack I'm hearing, so I need to figure out where that's from and get that as well. So those have been added in, so kind of disappointing to almost have a complete set and then they're still rolling stuff out, but it gets me hunting for more Funko Pops. So there's good and bad. Alright, so my last ones for this collection. Now he isn't part of this Civil War set. Don't know why they didn't make him part of the Civil War set, but we have AntMan. Now I know you're saying, well, they made Giant Man. Well, Giant Man was in it, and so is AntMan. So I know they're both the same guy, but they're both different names. So I'm adding AntMan to Captain America's team. And he stayed comedic. If you've seen AntMan, you know he's a comedic actor, so they threw some comedy into it. So I think having that comedic relief was nice, given the atmosphere of the movie was pretty dark. I mean, you got superheroes going against each other, so it's a pretty dark and ominous movie. So having a little comedic relief was a fantastic way for the director to kind of make it more of an uplifting movie. So here's AntMan. He is not an exclusive. He's just a normal AntMan. I do like how they did the goggles, just like the Falcon. You can see the eyes on the other side of the red lenses. A lot of small detail on this back side. And I will have to say that this is one of the best painted Funkos I've seen, with all the tiny little crevices and crooks and annies. Very well painted. So I didn't even have to look that hard to find a good painting of AntMan. So Alright, and last up, he was hard to find. I drove a ways. I don't like buying Funko Pops online. I love to hunt for Funko Pops. That's the fun of it for me. Going out and hitting a bunch of stores on a weekend, spending 3-4 hours driving around, getting onesies and twosies to complete collections. That is the experience of Funko Pop for me. So every time I go to Hot Topic or something, they're like, oh, well, you know, we're not having them here, but you can order it online, no problem. And I'm like, well, that's cool, but that's not hunting. That's pretty much just ordering your food. So with that being said, this is my last one, and he is Giant Man. I am glad to see that they made a 6-inch figure. I do love the larger Funkos. So let me go ahead and take him out. Alright. So here is my Giant Man. And he's got some pretty good weight to him, so he's a pretty good one. It was really cool to see him grow. He did a great job at being a distraction, and that's all I'll go from there. So he's pretty darn similar to his smaller Funko. We have these. What's up? Both well detailed, both well painted. I am glad to see that he is a good painting. I could only find one of him in the area, so I was glad to see that he was pretty much perfectly done. I mean, I don't see any mistakes in the paint. Well done. I mean, it's easier to paint a larger figure anyway, but you never know. So, and he is the last of my Captain America Civil War collection for Captain America's team. So this is the first of 2 videos. I will go ahead and edit this, and then I will go ahead and start my Iron Man. I'm an Iron Man fan. I'm Iron Man team. I was Iron Man team before the movie, during the movie, and after the movie, even if he may or may not have won. That's up to y'all. I mean, I don't want to spoil anything for you. I mean, he made the ultimate sacrifice in the last Avengers when he went up to space. So I think he's coming around. He's more of a hero. I don't have anything against Captain America, but I'm just not a fan. So that will conclude this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe below. Remember, comment for what Marvel character you want to see in the next Collecticore. It will be a woman Funko. Rumors going around that there will be 2. I'm guessing there'll be a common or maybe 2 exclusive Funkos. So go ahead and comment the 2 women Funko Marvel characters you would like to see in June, the month of June's Collector Core. So y'all take it easy and have a marvelous day.